Куряж в переводе с татарского сражение, битва.
Kurash in translation from Tatar means a battle, struggle, fight. It's also the name of one of the kinds of single combats. Its history of birth goes back to hoary antiquity. Probably this was one of the most available ways of struggle in force, endurance, and adroitness many thousand years ago. The young man having won the struggle on sashes is respected either in the family or in the community. All the town and the nation are proud of him. Thousands of fans watch closely the skirmishes on the sport grounds. The preparations for the holidays in which fighters take part begin in good time. Girls embroider shawls, towels as a present. The elders grant prizes to the winners. And that person who stands in all duels is the absolute winner and gets the main present and performs the circle of honor with the alive ram on the shoulders. The rules of the fight are not so difficult and don't need any special equipment. Standing on the ground, you have to clench the trunk of the rival with the sash, take him off, turn him over in the air, and make everything possible to make him lie on his shoulder blade. Belt wrestling, having turned into sport competition, is becoming a single combat with a specific system of attacks. No other national wrestling developed so rapidly as Kurash. In Tatarstan, only up to 10 kinds of competitions are held annually. The status of belt wrestling has changed from national Tatar into state Russian.
Sportsmen as well. And since whenever we talk about the march.
This unique kind of sport has recently attracted a worldwide interest. In different parts of the world, the only difference between the styles of wrestling is in its main equipment, that may be a sash, a shawl, a belt, or an ordinary towel. As for sportsmen's clothes, they are usually dressed in a chapan, that is a national gown. In some places, wrestlers wear no shorts. In Turkey, competitors are covered with lard to complicate the process. The name of wrestlings on the belts sounds similar to Uzbek Kurash, Kazakh Kures, Azerbaijan Gulesh, Kyrgyz Alish. In Tatarstan, a wrestler is allowed to use only arms. Besides, before starting an attack, one should tear the rival off the ground. In many regions of the world, the method like a foot strike is allowed. The only thing is unchangeable. It is difficult to win without keenness of wit, the ability to combat and to repel psychological attack. The process of fighting is very dynamic. The tension of single combat challenges fans' stormy reaction. Only the strongest and capable of great endurance are crowned with success. One by one, countries organize their sportsmen in teams, clubs, associations. In most countries, their own belt wrestling schools are springing up. The European, Asian, and World Championships are regularly held. Congresses work, federations are coming into being, their presidents are chosen.
Огромная честь приветствовать прибывшего на чемпионат президента Международной федерации борьбы «Алыш» Рифа Гайнанова и поблагодарить его и организаторов мероприятия за заботу.
Обращаясь сегодня к зрителям, которые пришли в этот прекрасный зал, хочу пожелать увидеть красивую, искрометную борьбу. Особую благодарность хочется сказать администрации города, всем тем, кто принимал активное участие в подготовке этих соревнований.
Courage wins the world. The organizers of the European Championship that has been held lately in Lithuania are persuaded that the Northerners won't be good judges in this kind of sport, and it won't please them. But the headlines of the newspapers had been dazzling long before the championship ended. Hooray! Vilnius hasn't seen such a championship before. The sportsmen from 28 countries of the continent were wrestling in the sport grounds of Lithuania. The sports community, the amateurs of this naive and fair way of fighting that has evolved as a kind of sport, believe that the time is not far distant when courage as a sport will be acknowledged as the Olympic one.
Схватка закончена эффектным броском досрочно.
The winner is Shogiana Kurlambi from Lithuania and Fyodor Usaki in Estonia. Kitai kovai ruošiasi moteris 62.
In the year of 2005, Kazan is planning to welcome the participants of the European and World Championships.